troubleshooting technologically. We have a few people who do minor plumbing and electrical auto repair. Lots of writers and editors, and
yeah, but I'd also stress the community is more than individual transactions. It's group events, it's potlucks, it's projects, it's birthday parties. So that one of the things that really, I think, powers time banking are those gatherings that come usually once a month. Most programs have some way in which people get to know each other. So it's more that it's not just I have a need and can I do it in this way, but it's really how do we work together as a community, whether it's to beautify or deal with a problem or celebrate.
Absolutely.
You have those too.
Yes. Yes.
So Edgar, right now you're on a kind of a tour around Maine, visiting various communities, and what is the goal of your tour right now?
Well, I was impressed when the university decided that they would host an event, because I think that in one way this is a very old-fashioned set of ideas, that we all can help each other. It's the barn-raising tradition. But I think we've lost sight of it because the recession and our fixation on money has us really scared and limiting in what we can do. But I think there's enormous energy for change. I read a book on happiness, and it said economics works on one system and happiness works on another. Economics works on optimizing the return on every transaction, and happiness works on something called commitment. And I think we need some commitment. With money, you chase it wherever it is. So you trade up ball games and you trade up ball teams. But I don't think you trade up families, and I don't think you trade up children, and I don't think you trade up communities. If you're going to really build, you need to sink roots and make commitment. And I think time banking is about reawakening that need to make commitment, to sink roots, and to really build. I guess ever since 9/11, I have asked myself only two questions. One is, why am I here? And the second is, what kind of a world do I want to try and leave behind? And it's every day, particularly since after the heart attack, I feel grateful that I've been given a chance, and maybe I can earn one more day extension if I can make a difference in somebody's life. So those to me are the questions that I think time banking is really about, trying to say, here's at least a tool that one can use to begin answering those questions.
Very well said. Donna, let's talk a bit more just about the mechanics of Merry Meeting Community Shares. Give the website again, if you would. And again, someone might have just tuned in. Talk about how people actually go about becoming involved.
Well, just to pick up where Edgar was speaking of community building, we have on the third Friday of every month, we have a contra dance in Bath that's sponsored by Merry Meeting Community Shares. It's absolutely community in action, and we always have applications available there. I'm there, other representatives that we can reach out and have a conversation that will lead to membership. People can go to our website, which is MMC Shares, for Merry Meeting Community Shares.org, and everything is explained in terms of the process of going through there. We also have a phone number, 207-710-0373.
Say that again.
710-0373, and you know, I can put people in touch with the process from there.
Is there a fee to join?
There is no fee to join. We do have an annual campaign where we ask people to give if and what they can, but there is no fee involved. It's open to everyone. We welcome everyone in the community.
Your job is to essentially kind of administrate this whole thing. Are you the only staff person?
I am, yes.
Yeah.
And
but people could probably help you as sort of office assistants and use that as a way to gather some time banking hours, right?
That's essential. We couldn't operate without the membership. So they're available to provide food for events like this evening's event, Redefining Work, Redefining Wealth, with Edgar Kahn. And making phone calls, doing setup and cleanup for various events.
Yeah,
So-
most programs have a kind of, sometimes they call it a kitchen cabinet of people who take on different roles, because everything rests on one person. It's an overload, but you can delegate who explains this to people, who reaches out to other organizations, who sets up special events, who sets up things for kids, who does the computer inputting of the data. So all of those roles can be delegated, and I think most time banks have figured out different ways in which they can be delegated.
Right, and we do have a webmaster, and we have various committees, and we are a nonprofit. We're incorporated in the state of Maine, so we have a board of directors,
Yeah.
and those people are helpful as well.
And you're willing to go out and speak to any group, I imagine, about this at any time.
Absolutely.
And they can
yeah.
reach you through the website, which is www.mmcshares.org. Well, we have just a few minutes left. Edgar, why don't you, kind of as a wrap-up, give us a couple-minute pitch, if you would, to once again give us the broad philosophical sense of what this whole time banking idea is about and why it's important to us, especially in these times where our economy is in a crisis.
I think all of us have domains of value that we know are too important to allow to market price to define them. It may be our children and our loved ones, it may be our community, it may be patriotism, it may be the environment, it may be social justice, it may be democracy. But we all know there are things we care about that we should not give a price to, that are beyond price. And I think those are the areas where the activity, the energy, and the work that it takes to build the kind of world we want is going to require everybody. I saw a 5-year-old go up to a former gang leader after we had negotiated a truce, and she said to him, "We have trash cans here, and we use them." She was earning, which is not a job I would willingly undertake, but she was earning time dollars because she wanted to earn dance lessons. I remember in West Virginia, a veteran had come back, and we've got veterans coming back who really need a new family and a new way of entry. And this woman in a wheelchair said, "I help him do his job." And I turned to him, and he looked like a weightlifter. Well, you're helping him? He said, "Yeah, I came back scared of people, and the job I could get was training seeing eye dogs. And seeing eye dogs have to learn to be around people in wheelchairs." And so she had turned her deficit into an asset for him. I think this is about turning what people think are limitations into assets, because all of us can give.
Yeah, well, that's really great. Well, thank you both very much for coming on the show. And Donna, I wish you the best of luck as coordinator of the Merry Meeting Community Shares. And Edgar, thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
And Donna, thanks again so much.
Thank you, Bruce, for this opportunity.
Yes. Again, the website is mmcshares.org. And thank you for watching another edition of This Issue. Until next time, good luck to you all, and please get organized.